How adorable are these matching Valentine's masks for you, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Anyway, there's no pattern to make these, and they're super quick and easy, so let's go. Let's make them. With a 7.5 by 7.5 inch square fabrics, 2 pieces, and I have them right sides together. So if you want to make it a little bigger, go up 1/2 inch to 1 inch, or smaller, the opposite way, go down smaller. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fold this in half and iron it to create a crease. Then I'm going to do it again and fold this way to create another crease. So with your folds at the bottom here, you're going to measure up 1.5 inches and mark it with your pencil or whatever you have there. Then you're going to draw a line, which is going to be a guideline for your cutting all the way up to the corner here to your line. And then you will cut that off. However you decide, you could use a rotary cutter or scissors, up to you. Up and keep them still right sides together, and you can use elastic, but I no longer support the elastic around my ear, so I'm going to use my thick string, and I'm going to put them in so they stick out from the edges here. So I'm going to sandwich it into the in between these fabrics. Hey, if you're enjoying this tutorial, why don't you subscribe so you can see all my newest videos that come out? I'm going to do that I'm all pinned together is I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, and with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, I am going to start sewing here, leaving this side or this end open, and I'm going to work my way around the entire perimeter, and I'm going to backstitch here. When I feel that I am over my string here, I'm going to just go over it a few extra times just so that it's in there and won't fall out while I'm wearing it. Trim off the extra threads and that extra string I have there, and if you decided to use your elastic, then you have elastic to trim. And I'm also going to clip my corners. So there's no extra bulk there when we turn it right side out. And now you're going to turn it right side out from the open edge. Whoops, forgot a little string there, or thread, and here we go. So we turn this right side out, and I use a chopstick to get all my corners turned out. And now we're going to give it a quick little press. I'm going to press is this open end. So I turn the ends in, and eventually it'll be closed when we do a top stitch all around the front of the mask. And I just give the whole mask a good press. The next thing you're going to do is fold this mask in half, wrong sides together, so the outside is facing you. And you're going to give it a press so we get a crease of where the center is. And then we're going to draw some markings so that we know where to sew. Just fixing this one a bit. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to make 2 marks so that we're going to join them with a line. So 2.5 inches up. So I'm going to go 1, 2. My 2.5 inch mark is right here. And then the other one. And yes, you can use a pencil because you won't see this once we sew. Okay, so This is 2.5 inches here and 2.5 inches here. And then on the slanted or angled edges, we're going to do 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inch here. And then same thing on this side, 1.5 inches. Make your marks, and then you're going to connect the dots. So you're going to connect this line, this dot to this dot, and that one to that one. Here we go. Okay. And this one. I'm not even worried about that little extra mark I made there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and just make a sewing straight line right across this guideline here. And I am going to backstitch on the edges. So I won't even bring you over to the machine because that's so easy. Stitched over the lines, which you can't really see because I'm using a coordinating thread. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open it up this way and I'm going to flatten this out right here. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay, and I'm going to eyeball it, making sure this point lines up with the seam, and it really works out. And I'm going to press. Give it some steam to really hold it down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now remember, your other end of the mask there is still open, which we're going to close up right now when we go do a top stitch on the sewing machine. So I'm going to use a straight pin to hold this down. You can give it another shot of steam if you feel like you need it. Oop, here we go. And then on this side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and I'm going to give it a top stitch all the way around, and it will enclose this opening here and just come straight over here, just all the way around. And I'm going to stay very close to the edge using coordinating thread. Second to last step is I cut out this half heart here, and it matches the other mask, so it's kind of like, you know, the heart goes together. I'm going to sew it right onto this area here, and I purposely didn't finish this off with any kind of interfacing because I do want this fabric to fray and have that fuzzy look around the corner there. You can do anything here. You can do, you can add pearls, lace, you name it. Have fun with this. But this is my design right here. Started doing here is I'm starting the fraying, but then after I wash the mask, of course, it'll be nice and fluffy and extra frayed there. And it's just a look that I like. And the last step for me, because I did use string, is to thread through a pony bead so that it's adjustable. But if you used elastic, you're done. And that's it. That's how you make these really simple, quick and easy Valentine masks. So hey, if you really love tutorials like this, why don't you check out my Valentine heart pillow right there on the screen. It's a free downloadable pattern, and just like this adorable idea, you can give it to someone special to you. So thanks for being here and watching my tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video.